you know what time it is. Today I felt like doing another Q&A. I'm pre-filming some videos today, and I love doing these because I feel more connected to you afterwards. I feel like you get to know me a little better, and for reasons I will explain in this video, I need to have a couple weeks of content available, pre-scheduled, ready to go because things are going on in life. But in order to really kick this Q&A off, I want to show a little bit of love to some Black-owned businesses that I've been shopping recently. Actually, today I was supposed to be filming a Black-owned swimsuit haul, but one of those packages is arriving late, so I wasn't able to film it today, so I thought I would like show a little bit of love here. So first things first, I am wearing this Self-Love Everyday Crew Neck, which is from And I Get Dressed, which is Kelly Brown's merch site. I love Kelly Brown. She's one of my favorite people to follow online. I so desperately wish we could be best friends, and I also got this mug, which is called the All Boobies Are Good Boobies mug, which I just love. This is my new favorite mug, and then I'm going to be, in the spirit of the Q&A, I'm going to be drinking some wine, and this is from a Black-owned winery. This is called Theopolis Vineyards. This is their 2017 Symphony. I talked about this on my vlog channel recently, and I love this wine. It's delicious. I love this woman. Her name is Miss Theodora Lee. She goes by Theopatra, Queen of the Vineyards. We have to stand. And she makes really incredible wine and ships it right to your door. So, okay, we're gonna use our booby mug and pour up some wine for this Q&A. Oops, that's kind of a lot. I like to call that a quarantine pour. Cheers to you. So I thought I would check in with you all and see what you wanted to know, and you always deliver. So I'm gonna jump into my Instagram. Oh boy, okay, starting from the bottom, let's go. I'm gonna try to do as many as possible. These always end up being so long because I literally want to answer every single one. A lot of people asked for a Layla update, which is so sweet. Layla is my dog, for those of you who don't know. She tore her ACL and her meniscus back in April, and it was a really stressful time because obviously she's my child, my baby, and she was going through a pretty intense surgery, and she was on bed rest for 8 weeks. She wasn't allowed to do anything except get up to use the bathroom, and that's it. But she is doing so amazing. She's still limping and she's still healing, but she's able to walk around on her own now, which is great, and she's just really doing so much better. I'm starting to see like a little more sparkle in her eyes, you know, and she's always the sweetest girl in the entire world. Even like the day after surgery, she was so sad, but she was still so sweet, and that's why I love her so much. But she's doing really well. She's definitely like become more attached to me and to Drew during this time, like because, you know, we're in quarantine, and now she's used to, for the last 4 months we've been together nonstop. So like if we go in the other room and we don't bring her out there with us, like she cries, and so she's become like a lot more needy, and I love it. She's my baby. I love her to death. She's 9 now, so I've had her for 9 years. I got her when I was 23 and I'm 32, so pretty crazy. She's doing amazing. Thank you for asking. Next question is, scariest thing that ever happened to you? I actually made a story time about this, but my car broke down in the middle of New Mexico when I was like 19 years old in the middle of the night. I was driving back to Arizona from New Mexico after visiting a boy, and like, oh, it was just a messy time in my life. But my car broke down, and it was terrifying because I was only 19 and I was alone and I was frightened, and it was quite literally the middle of the night, and it was pitch black. There were no streetlights anywhere. There were no exits anywhere. I was in the middle of nowhere. I called the police, and it took them like forever to come. It was just, and they made me feel stupid. It was just a long, really, really long, scary night. So that was definitely the scariest thing that has ever happened to me. Favorite place in the world? A tie between London and Hawaii. I love Oahu so much. I haven't been to any other islands, but Oahu is just like, oh, my favorite place. It's so rich in culture. There's so many beautiful things about Hawaiian culture. There's delicious food, the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in my life. I would definitely say Hawaii. If you could only shop at one store for the rest of your life, which would it be? Target. I have to say Target. Target is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love Target so much. I miss Target so much. I actually haven't been inside a Target since the pandemic started, but I've been shopping at Target online. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I love Target so much. It has everything you could need. I got a lot of questions about my hair, which is really interesting that you all want to know about it. It's like, how are you feeling about your hair? Are you gonna keep this hair color? Would you ever go back to blonde? Would you ever go full brunette? And like, sure, I've done it all. I don't think that like many people probably know that about me because, you know, I've only been making videos for the last like 6 or so years, but I've had every hair color. Well, maybe not red. I've had purple hair, I've had pink hair, I've had black hair, I've had blonde hair, I've had platinum blonde hair, I've had dirty blonde hair, I've had whatever this color is, light brown, dark blonde, I'm not sure. I'm chilling. Like, I don't, to me, it's just hair. I'm never really that picky about my hair. My hairstylist in Arizona is always like, you are like the easiest client. Like, it's a little scary how little you care about your hair. I don't know. But like, I'd be down for any color, honestly. What advice would you tell yourself at 16? Boys ain't shit. What advice would you tell yourself at 25? Boys ain't shit. My family keeps telling me my mid-sized body is, quote, unhealthy. How do I respond? That is a really tough question, and that's something that I feel like a lot of people deal with. You'll have to leave it in the comments below if you deal with the same thing, but being concerned about someone's health is not the same thing as judging them on the size of their body. The size of someone's body is not an indicator of someone's health. There are fat people that are incredibly healthy. There are fat people that are unhealthy. There are thin people that are incredibly unhealthy and thin people that are healthy. You can't tell someone's health by simply looking at them. Lizzo made a really incredible TikTok about it recently that I feel like explains it so well and just breaks it down so perfectly. And someone's body type and size and what they put on their plate is none of anyone's business except that person. Boundaries are a huge thing, especially for me, even in like my own family. You know, I have times where I just say like, I'm not in a headspace where I like to talk about diets or body image or whatever is not something that I feel comfortable talking about. Can we change the subject? Or simply just changing the subject. However you feel comfortable setting that boundary is totally okay. But if your family member is hurting you by what they're saying, I do think it's worth communicating, in my personal opinion. What are some online ethical shops you've been buying from? Recently I featured a girlfriend apparel or girlfriend collective try-on haul, and they are an ethical, sustainable, inclusive workout brand, and they're awesome. I also did a recent video where I talked about Lucy and Yak, which is another ethical, sustainable brand. They're based in the UK. I've also recently purchased some underwear from Hara or Hara, the label. They're an Australian brand, and they make ethical and sustainable and relatively size inclusive clothing on their site as well. I also love Poshmark. I'm always on Poshmark buying stuff because I'll get credits and then I'll just like buy a shirt or a dress and it's secondhand and amazing. ThredUp is another amazing resource. You know, you have to dig on ThredUp just like you would at a thrift store, like in person, but they have really good gems on there as well. So those are a few. Where will your next vacation be? If you mean what year will it be, I don't know. Drew and I have talked about this a few times. I feel like everyone kind of has like that plan, right? Like what are you gonna wear? What outfit is it gonna be? Where are you gonna go? I honestly think like we would probably go to Hawaii. Like that seems like the most kind of manageable thing that we could do because we're so close in distance to Hawaii. But also like I would really love to go back to Nashville and visit my dad. Maybe back to Nashville or maybe Hawaii. Not sure. What made you move to LA? Do you think that it was worth it? Also love you and your vids. Thank you. I love you too. We wanted to move to LA because we love Los Angeles. We wanted to try something new. We were feeling a little stuck in a rut. We had always visited here and loved it. I have friends here from high school. I have YouTube friends here. Drew always loved it. It's beautiful weather, you know, 98% of the time. It's really ideal, but it's expensive. It was totally worth it though. Like moving here was totally worth it. We love LA. We will always love LA, and I would never regret moving here. We learned a lot, we grew a lot, and it's been really awesome living in LA, and we truly love this city so much, which leads us into our next question, which is finally answering what all of you have been wanting to know, which is where are we moving? What are we gonna do next? Are we staying in LA? Are we gonna try somewhere else in Southern California? Are we thinking about moving home? And the answer to that is we are moving back to Arizona. I shouldn't say that so excitedly because they have like some of the worst COVID rates in the country right now. That is my home state, unfortunately. I don't claim her, but yes, we are moving back to Arizona. It's closer to family. We found a house. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. This feels really weird. We found a house online. It was near perfect. I sent my mom to go do a socially distant tour and she was like, you need to come look at this. It's perfect. So we packed up everything, including our dog, in the car and drove back to Arizona, all in like the course of 2 hours. We arrived that night and viewed the house the next day and fell in love. It's just a rental. We didn't buy a house or anything like that, but it is so beautiful. It's so much cheaper than what we're paying right now. Like, you have no idea. It's got so many bedrooms, so many bathrooms, a fenced-in backyard, a 2-car garage. Like, it's everything we have wanted. It's a quiet neighborhood on a quiet street. I can't believe I'm talking about this, but yes, we just got back yesterday. So we left and we were gone for like 48 hours. We signed the lease and we came back. We are getting out of our lease here. We're moving out this week. We are probably already in the new house by the time you see this. I will be documenting the entire process on my vlog channel. I already filmed an empty house tour, which will be going up over there, so make sure you're subscribed to that channel if you're interested in moving content. But I don't want my brand to be moving. Like, I really don't want to move for a while. It's just been sort of like back-to-back kind of bad luck, I want to say, or just maybe sometimes you roll the dice when you move in somewhere, right? So it's like the first place had rats, the second place, now we've had bad neighbors and bad property management and stuff, and it's bound to be good moving forward. Like, we're bound to have some luck with this place. So we're really excited. We have a really amazing landlord. She's super sweet and we're just really, really thrilled. Layla actually stayed in Arizona with my mom because there was no point in like taking her back and forth, especially with her leg, like making her sit in the car for that long. So she's back home with my mom. My mom's taking care of her until we pack this place up and leave. That's why I'm pre-filming some videos so we can come back here, pack up our lives, and head back to Arizona. It's really bittersweet because we love LA, as I mentioned. It's such an incredible place and I would love to stay longer, and we couldn't have planned for like how this year was gonna go, you know? I have YouTube friends here, I have high school friends here, and they're all sad, they're all bummed, and so am I. Like, it's definitely not what we had planned, but we're just trying to look forward and be positive and be grateful for this new chapter, because there's really no point in, especially because we don't know how long COVID's gonna last. It could be over in a few weeks, it could be over in a year, but there's really no point in paying so much money to live somewhere just to be on lockdown. So we don't have any kind of like long-term careers or anything that are keeping us here. So we decided to just head back to the hot desert, and we're just trying to stay as positive about it as possible. So yes, it's very bittersweet leaving LA. I'm so sad, especially because I don't even get to say goodbye to my friends. You know, usually we'd have like a going away party or something, but we're social distancing, so we're unable to do that. So it's kind of like crazy times. We couldn't have planned for this, like I said, and you know, I didn't know what this year was gonna turn out like going into this, but I've grown so much, I've learned so much. So has Drew. You know, he graduated college, and then, you know, other things happened like neighbors and a pandemic, and you know, that's just part of life. Like, my cousin and I were texting the other day and we were talking about just how much life has changed, and he said like, let's just embrace the upside down, and that's what I'm doing. So cheers to embracing the upside down. Onwards and upwards to the new chapter. I'm really excited. I want to answer a lot more questions, but this video is already going to be so long, and really this video was meant to just announce that we're moving. So I hope you're excited, we're excited, but I hope you're doing well and are staying safe and healthy wherever you are. If you want to see another Q&A situation coming up here pretty soon, let me know. I love doing them, they're super fun. I'm so excited to show you my new filming setup. There will be a couple of pre-filmed videos, I think, going up after this, but I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for you to see it and to, you know, turn the page. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.